Hello and welcome to episode 1 of How's the Market. Today we're talking about why the condo market is so hot and the housing market is so not. Joining me today are market expert Lizanne Dobson. Thank you for coming. Lizanne, can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Thanks, James. So these graphs represent average prices and the amount of inventory in the condo market and the detached housing market. Average prices, as you can see, have been going up in both cases, but a little more dramatically in the condos than in the housing market. And why might that be?
Yeah, so exactly. Tell us a little bit more why we saw a correction in the condos here, and then we saw it meet a new high, whereas in the housing market we saw the correction, but then nothing after that.
Well, it has to do with how much inventory we have. So months of inventory means how many months it's going to take you to sell through all the inventory you have. So if you have 1 month of inventory, there's not a lot. If you have 5 months of inventory, there's a lot more. And so in the condo graph, you can see that it's decreasing, and therefore the average prices are going up. Yeah. In the housing market, it decreased and then it's shot up, and it's sitting at a higher level than it's been at since like 2013, and that's why our sales, thank heavens, are starting to level out at the average price point.
Right. So simply, this extreme jump in months of inventory has led to a large correction in the average price of houses.
Yeah, it stabilized it.
It stabilized it. It went back to a normal level. You can see it's almost linear here.
Yeah.
It just continues as if we had just omitted this. It would have been the
Would
same.
have been avoiding 2017 altogether.
Yeah, the first half of 2017.
Yeah.
Right. Here we saw a crazy decrease, pretty significant and pretty fast in early 2017. But then we saw a little bit of a correction, but nothing on the same scale.
Yes.
And that's led to the little bit of correction, but then we saw it jump back up and meet a new high here, right?
Yes, so this spring there were a lot of bidding wars in condos,
Right.
which, I mean, I've been in the market for a long time and it never really used to be like that. It was
Right.
always in the housing market. And in 2015, you can see here, we had about 35,000 new condos hit the market. And then for 2016 and 17, it's dropped to 18 and 19,000, which is almost half.
Wow.
And so
Significant.
the amount of inventory has decreased substantially, and I think the demand has increased because demographically it appeals to all different types of people. So
Right.
my generation, the baby boom, is downsizing, and they have kids in university, and with rents being what they are, a lot of people are investing in a condo for 4 years while their
Right.
child's at university. You've got first-time buyers that can't afford over $1 million in a house, so they're getting into the condo market. You have investors, so there's a lot of demand on the condo market.
So we're seeing every kind of demographic moving into this market, and we're also seeing a smaller amount of inventory moving into it.
To service all those people.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's almost natural that we would expect this kind of movement from the price. So maybe once in the coming years we'll see a few more units start to hit the market, and maybe we'll see a little bit of correction of the price here.
It'll just level off.
Level off,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, but I think for the fall it's going to continue to be a really strong condo market.
Okay.
And the housing market, as long as it stays sort of like that in terms of average price, I'm happy.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for joining us, Lizanne.
Thanks, James.
This was episode 1 of How's the Market.